Join in with Hack for a little pre-Christmas update as promised earlier this week when we signed Harrison. Firstly, Hack, we've been training the last couple of sessions here at Crystal Palace, and we'll be here again. Just how good a facility has this been for us to train over the last couple of sessions?
It's been absolutely amazing for us because we're never going to get this standard, even though our training ground and our facilities are really good, but this is obviously way better, so we're privileged and we're lucky to have this. I know there's a connection between Crystal Palace and our club, and sometimes they play their fixtures here, so we thank them from the bottom of our hearts for giving us this opportunity to train when we didn't really have a place to go because our training ground was flooded.
Moving on then to players. In the past couple of weeks we've let go of 3 players in Mikel, Hussein and Jack. Just talk us through those 3 and thought process behind that.
I mean, Jack Ruddy was nothing personal. He's an excellent human being. He was okay. He was a great lad, and he's a good goalkeeper. He just wasn't for me. I didn't, I explained the situation before where we signed him when we had a member of staff that was going to come and work with us. He eventually never turned up, but he recommended Jack, so we followed that option up and we signed him, but it's never worked out the way we anticipated or hoped for both parties. He's been a very good professional while he was here. He's conducted himself with absolutely, nothing wrong at all, so we wish him all the best. I wish him all the best. I'll be sending him a message later on today wishing him and his family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I wish him all the best for the future.
And then on Mikel and Hussein as well?
Mikel Scarlett was a young lad that we signed after his release from Eastbourne. He never really settled in. He definitely has potential. It was a decision that I had to make, that I think I needed someone better at right back. And we made that move and we brought somebody in.
And then finally on Hussein's departure too.
Yeah, again, Hussein is a good lad, good player. I think he had limited opportunities because of the amount of players that we had in midfield. And, I like him as a player. I've always liked him. And you never know, we might revisit that at some time later on. But now he needs to go and play regular football.
And then we've signed obviously Harrison, who's in the 2 sessions that I've seen him in, has settled in pretty well and is certainly up the tempo of certain training, of certain drills. So how impressed are you to get that signed over the line?
I've known him for a little while. I had him, if I was going to be at Maidstone, he'd be one that I would probably eye up to bring in, and he came in on trial to Maidstone. He's full of enthusiasm. He's got great design, determination to do well, and more importantly, he wants to be here. He's of the right character and the right personality, I believe, that will come in and help us as a football club. So, and he's a good player. He's come from a good family background, so we wish him well in his journey at Dulwich.
And moving ahead then, looking back, 2023 has been a year of, I suppose, disappointment with relegation, but the end of the year has certainly had its highs with that 10-match unbeaten run as well. What are your reflections on the last 12 months?
Yeah, traumatic for me. I came to Dulwich with 13 games to go. I missed 3. We went down by 1 goal, not even 1 point. I came back for the last game. I lost my mother, who's the most important person in my life, and she was the one that really made me want to come to Dulwich and be a part of this journey. Going forward, we decided as a group, as a club, to make wholesale changes, a cultural change to clear the decks and start again. Because I think sometimes when that happens, it's a bit of a culture shock. We don't want Dulwich Football Club to be a stamping ground for players just to come in, stamp their feet and move out the other end. We want stability. Obviously talking to our chairman, who by the way is an unbelievable guy who works tirelessly behind the scenes to do a lot of things that people don't know about with the new ground, other bits and pieces, and he's always at hand if we need him. It was a decision that we made, and I made it, and I said this is what I think we should do, and I did it. We changed the whole squad practically, wholesale changes, and we're at this juncture now at the end of 2023. Considering we brought so many players together, we've done okay, especially in the last 10, 11 games, and we now need to push on. It's taken us a bit of time to get a bit of stability. the team, the club, the team, and we'll see where it takes us. But considering it's been a new squad, I think we've done okay. We can do better. My message to the supporters is that we are so lucky to have them. We are blessed to have such an array of fantastic people supporting this football club, home and away. They don't stop. I can't thank them enough from the bottom of my heart. They are an addition to the team, because when the team wins, it's just not the team that wins. The support staff take a lot of credit. The people behind the scenes, cleaning the turnstiles, producing the tickets, gearing everything for a Saturday, and then it tops it off like a cherry on top. The supporters who have been unbelievable since I've been here, and long may it continue. And they are the bigger family of Dulwich. They are Dulwich Football Club. I keep saying it, I'm honoured to be the manager of this team with that support behind me, and long may it continue. They turned up in their hundreds at Lewis, and I hope they will continue to do so, and we can make them proud.
Moving on then to the last couple of games of 2023 and then ahead to the new year, you've touched on crowd and supporters, expecting 3,000 plus at both the games against Cardiff and Horsham. But what are your aims then? Obviously the big one being promotion, but what are your aims for the football club
for me, it's just about getting stability really now and pushing on. It's like a checklist, isn't it? I'm ticking off and checking off what I need, and I'm already looking at my eye on next season, regardless of what league I'm in. But it's been good, and it's been a journey that I wanted to be on. It's been a journey that I think that's been not plain sailing, but when you do this job, it never is. But the one thing I can tell you, that everybody connected to this club is working really, really hard to bring success back to this club. From the top, and I mean from the top, the very top, from the chairman, down to every single player and support staff. Everyone to a T has been fantastic since I've been here. It's a place where you want to be, Yeah. You get that feeling that as soon as you walk in the door, there's a sense of belonging, and that's because of the supporters. Let me tell you, they've been unbelievable. I want to give them something. I'm desperate to give them something, and I'm going to keep pushing and pushing until we get there, and I will. Eventually, we'll get there.
We'll leave it at that. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody at Dulwich.